Hello everybody, this is Zaya and welcome back to the City Construction Challenge, the challenge where we attempt to build a city from the ground up. This is episode 6 and I just want to show you guys a few changes I've done around here. Wait, how did this horse get here? I had this horse in the pen back here, I swear. Did he? Oh, he must have gone on the hay bale and went over the fence. Oh, we're gonna have to fix that. Okay. Anyway, I've notice that I've added a few more flowers in the area. Some might say too much, and while it's true, I may have gone a little overboard. I've been trying to get the variety of flowers right, since I don't really have access to grass because I don't have bone meal. But it might be too much. I enjoy really having a very colorful landscape of flowers. Maybe it's too much. I'll probably cut down on it eventually. But it's nice. You know, it gives the area some character. It adds color to the place, which is what it desperately needs, because besides like a little bit of red clay here and some birchwood here and there and acacia, it's a pretty, it's a brown place. It's a brown and green place. So the flowers do, add some character, which I do like. Coming around here, I made some changes to the stable, which you might notice. That's it for Riverside District. Over here, yeah, for the stable, I think the main things I changed was the roof. I added just a border along the edge, a log piece, and I think it breaks up the roof a little bit, makes it seem less flat. I think it looks a little better if you're to say look at it from up on the watchtower. Well, we can do that real quick. I also added a few torches up there. Not enough to completely prevent spawns, but hopefully to deter it, because I realized that there is available spawning space on top of the roof. I put some torches on the side there, so hopefully that'll quit it. I don't spend a ton of time during night as it is, but if I do in the future, I may have to add more lights up there, just because I don't really want mobs spawning inside of our populated area, if we can help it. What else did I do? I tamed some more horses. I put them in there. As you can see, there's 3 in there. And I had one in the back, but he appears to have escaped. So we're going to have to fix that. So let's do that real quick. Let's see. I think, so first of all, we're going to have to move. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, because he probably walked up onto the hay bale and then went out this way. So let's move this. Just go ahead and put it. We'll put it, I don't know, where can we put this? Let's put it here, I suppose. Actually, let's orient it the other way. That's fine. I didn't do anything back here besides adding a chest that we can put our horse-related stuff, like our saddle and leads. Let's see, where are you, buddy? There you are. Come on. All right, let's get back in here. Ooh. Oh, how high can you jump, buddy? Buddy. There we go, there we go. This is where you belong. Yeah, I just have this guy roaming back here for now. Let's go ahead and bring another guy back there for company. Let's bring this guy. So one of the requirements, I was checking what the requirements for stage 2 are, and one of them is we need 2 animal pens that must be constructed for farm animals, and each of them has to contain 2 of the same animal. So technically we have one here, because horses, I believe, count as farm animals. And we have a pen dedicated to horses, and we have at least 2 of them in here right now. So yeah, they do end up standing on top of the hay bale sometimes, which, I mean, I'm not that fond of, but they don't do it that often, and there's no real way to stop them. I do have to be a little careful in the actual, oop, get out of my way. I do have to be a little careful in the actual pens, that I don't place them in a way that they can get out. I had to rearrange that so that wouldn't happen. I think this one's fine. Oh, I also raised the stall walls a little bit because I did find that they were finding ways to get from one side to another. But I still think it looks fine with the cell? They're not cells. Well, they are cells. Whatever they're called. The cell walls, I guess, raised a little bit. So yeah, we have one of those requirements done. We do need another pen with farm animals. I think the next logical step for that would be sheep, because we need wool to make beds for all of our houses. For right now, I'll show you guys off screen. I wrangled up a few sheep and a few cows, and I just put them in a fence pen over here because that was close by to where all the animals were. They're right here, and I've been doing a little bit of breeding. I think, should we have some babies in here? No, they've grown up. So yeah, we have 6 sheep in here, 3 cows. The sheep, at least, I want to make an animal pen for soon in our actual town because we need a lot of them, especially considering we don't have shears. So we have to, unfortunately, kill each one for 1 block of wool to make beds and paintings and anything else we want wool for. So that's something we'll have to tackle eventually. However, today, I think I want to move on from the stable. I've touched it up enough. And this area, we are going to be building a town hall. It's going to be the centerpiece of this whole district, this farming district. And I've been thinking a lot about where I want to put it. I considered across the river over here, but I decided I want it to be as centralized as possible. And if we think about each of these towers forming, say, a triangle, we have the village making up, one side of the district, this area making up another side. And then we've got all this open space over here and over here. And the middle ends up being right about here probably. But if we move over here, we've got a nice flat space up here between this tower and this tower that I think would be a good place to put up a town hall. It overlooks, it's basically right on top of a few of our houses here. And it's a fairly flat. We might want to either remove a layer or add a layer here to make it a little bit flatter. But it should work for our purposes. All right, he did it again. I don't know how he does it. He's a magic horse. I'm pretty sure he can't go from here to here. Oh, wait, maybe he can? Ooh, I don't know. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Do I have my saddle on me? No, I don't. Let's go grab the saddle again. We're going to have to work on baby-proofing, horse-proofing, I suppose, this pasture, because I don't want the horses getting out. That's kind of the whole point of having a pasture. Let's see. Let's get you back over here. Yeah, I guess you can. You can use that to get over. Probably that too. Definitely the chest. Either I'm gonna have to make this fence too high, which I don't think would look very good, or I'm gonna have to think of yeah, see, he just went straight for that. I guess I could keep them tied here for now. It kind of seems to defeat the purpose of having the pasture if I keep them tied up, though. Well, I guess I can roam around a little bit. I'm going to have to think about this, but we'll deal with that problem another time because we're working on the town hall here. And what I've done up here is, as you will see, I've cleared out a huge area, broke all the tall grass, filled in, you can still see grass growing, broke a lot of land, filled in some stuff, making it all one level. I know it looks boring. It doesn't look good, but we'll fix that later. For now, I just wanted a flat area that we can build in. So that we can figure out, let's just put this saddle back real quick because I don't need that clogging up my inventory. We need to figure out the layout of our town hall. So I believe we need a town hall that contains a front... Oh, let's go sleep real quick. I did not time that well. I'm usually so good at sleeping right before I hit record, but sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. And I don't want to record during the night because, again, terrified of dying. But anyway, the requirements for our town hall are as follows. We need a... Oh, we have to wait. We need a front door, obviously, just like we have for a requirement for all our other buildings. We need a meeting room. We need a town treasury, and that can be our new and improved version of our item requirements to advance chest. That'll be where we keep... That'll probably be our storage room for the time being, and where we keep that sort of stuff. Instead of using random chests in these little houses. It'll be our main storage room, which will be nice because I need a storage room because I keep filling up chests with random junk. And then the third, it needs one more room that can be empty. It can be whatever we want. So that's a total of 3 rooms and plus a front door. So it can be fairly small. I mean, it's only 3 rooms. It's bigger than any of the houses we've done, and it depends on how big we want the rooms to be and how we lay them out. Now, the storage room, or the town treasury, it should be big enough to hold... I mean, we actually don't have a ton of stuff just because I haven't been exploring or mining or doing anything like that. But it should be big enough to do a little bit of bulk storage and all our building materials. And then the meeting room, I mean, I imagine meeting rooms as being fairly large. The other empty room can be, I don't know, I guess that could just be an entry hall that we do. That can be fairly small. So we have to figure out our layout here. And I want to kind of utilize this area that sticks out above the houses because I want to be able to, while I'm walking through the Riverside District, I want to be able to look up and see part of the town hall up there. So let's say we could do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we bring it down. I guess we could make it even. Let's just bring it all the way over here for now. Let's go bigger to start with for our layout, and then we can downsize it if we think it's too big. I think that's a better idea. Okay, so let's just bring it down this way. So that way, if we are looking from down here, and the town hall goes up a little bit, we'll be able to see like a roof right here, and it extend that way. Now, which sort of shape do we want to go for the rest of the building? So this could easily be one room, maybe the meeting room or something. And then we could have it go this way. We can make it into an L shape. That'd be kind of cool. That kind of reminds me of a town hall you might find in Age of Empires or something. So let's move it this way. I'm just using cobble to mark. We're not actually going to build it in cobble, but I'm using cobble to mark the shape for now. So we can move it this way. I'm thinking the front door is going to be facing this way inwards to the center of the village because this is where all our paths are. So we'll have a path that leads from the town hall. I looked at further ahead of the requirements. We're supposed to have a path that leads from the town hall to every building except for the watchtowers in the town. So we'll definitely have to... We've been doing that so far with the paths and stuff, but we got to really make sure we do that. Yeah, I think an L shape would be fine. We can basically have, we enter in and it's an entry hall or like a entry room, and then to the right is, say, like our treasury, to in front of us is the meeting hall. Although what we could do is extend the front of it a little bit to make the entry hall a bit better. And then bring this around. So like maybe this half of this will be like a porch, part of the entry hall. And then the rest of it will go straight back. And there will be a wall at some point and we can terraform this. I'm probably going to have to get rid of that lava pool just for health and safety reasons. So we bring it all the way back here. And I don't know, how far back do we want this to go? This is going to be our biggest building yet. I mean, it's a town hall. I think it should be impressive, to say the least. And let's see. I think this is probably big enough. So how big does that look? Let's go up to the top of our tower just to get a bird's eye view for this. See how big that is in comparison to like our stable and whatever. What have you. That's fairly big. I could definitely be extended this way a little bit. If we can back up that edge from the hillside a little bit, we could make this area a little wider. Or we could keep it where it is and have it hang off the edge a little bit with like a wooden support. But I definitely think this area does need to be a little wider because it doesn't really match this. Just to make the L shape look a little less funky. So make this a little wider. And then the entry part will be like right in the middle here. And we'll have that extend a little bit. Okay, I extended this section 3 blocks this way, and making it wider here makes it look a lot better. And then this is where our entranceway is going to be. And I like that shape a lot for a town hall, that L shape. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. And then we'll have the path leading this way towards the center of town. We'll have other buildings and houses around here to fill this space out. So now that we have the layout, and I'm pretty sure the layout inside is going to be pretty simple. This square will be a room. This square will be a room, and then this square will be our entry hall. So that's 3. So one of these will be the treasury, one of these will be the meeting room. We'll figure that out at a later date. So first, we have to figure out the palette now that we have the layout down. Now, you may notice I have a lot of bricks in my inventory. So I was thinking we might try to use some bricks. Oh, these don't actually make a lot. I just realized. I might have to get some more. Let's craft all these up, because that's all you can use bricks for, actually. Well, you can make clay pots with them, I suppose. But yeah, I did talk about using like stone and like stone brick, but I'm not actually going to do that, I don't think. I'm going to try out bricks. Just because these are a block that are rarely used. And I think they're nice. I'm not really sure why they're not used. I guess they're hard to get going with a lot of things, but I think they will go well with oak. I think I can get them to go well with oak. And it's sort of an official block that's not quite stone brick. I don't know, for some reason, stone brick just doesn't match the picture of town hall I have in my head. But brick, you know, it's like stone brick. It is a type of brick, and it's something that we didn't have access to before stone tools. And it's a solid, you know, foundation material. So what is this going to look like? Let's just go ahead and edit away like part of the wall. And let's just pretend we're going to use this as maybe solely the foundation for right now. I'm not sure how we're going to use this palette, but we're going to try to use brick. And for now, mostly I'm concerned with how this is going to look from down here. So I'm just going to replace this little section with brick. And then let's say we'll probably have like wooden pillars on the outside to support it, give it depth. Let's look from down here. Can we see the brick? Yeah, that would look pretty cool. And we're going to have to need, since I extended it, it kind of goes over the hill a little bit. We're going to need the brick to actually go down because this is the foundation. Yeah, I like that. I like the brick. I like the brick with the oak. I like seeing that. I like seeing a stronger building up there. Now, is that too close to this area? It's really close to like where this house is. I'm not sure if I'm too fond of that. It's probably fine though. We can build up this hill a little bit more if we don't, or like carve away this hill a little more if we want more of a barrier, put a fence there or something. I think that's fine. So how high do we want this foundation to go is another question. If we do one block all around, this is going to be it's going to be a lot of brick no matter what. I'm going to have to harvest a lot of clay. But if we do one brick all around, we could do 2 blocks up and then wood above it. All right, yeah, I think going for something like this will work with the brick foundation, wood wall, and then wooden supports. Now, bear with me. I know it looks really plain right now. We're going to do more to this wall to decorate it and make it look more. For instance, every, say, 3, 4, 5, maybe every 5 block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, every so often we can put like wooden supports to break it up. Let's see if we do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can't make it perfectly even, but we can do, something like that to make it, to break it up. And then we can also add windows and things because I'm going to introduce yet another material that we haven't got a chance to incorporate into any of our buildings yet because of technology restraints. And that is glass. We have not used glass in any of our buildings yet. And I want to make this building as nice as possible. This is the nicest building in our entire district. This is going to have glass. This is going to have bricks. It's the town hall. No expense was spared to make this a not crappy building. So we can add things like windows to the build, which we haven't been able to do previously. Or we've just used fences, which is like the poor man's version of windows. So we can even do glass panes, for instance, to break it up. And like we can even do special fancy things like these, like little flower pots outside the windows. We can do that up there. I don't know. We probably won't have a second story, but we can, put it up higher as well. Things to break it up like this. So it won't be that boring. It'll be the wood and brick background with the wooden supports. And then we'll add other things to decorate around, like these and more windows and such like that. And if we take a look from down here, I think at least it looks pretty good. Obviously still boring, but the shape at least, it's going to be really cool to have. I'm envisioning about like a triangular shaped roof. It's been pretty cool to have a building up there and be able to look up there and see the town hall as we're going about and farming down here. At least I think. I don't know. I think that's a really good spot for that. And we'll have, windows back here as well. And I actually do think it's cool to see the foundation. Whoops, I just broke a flower because I was clicking. It's cool to see the foundation come down here. So yeah, that's my basic plan for the rest of the town hall. It's going to take a lot of trial and error to get the details looking right and everything. What I'm going to do for now is just focus on this sort of slice of the town hall, this room, and the exterior of it at least. I want to get the walls looking how I want it, and work on the roof as well. And then once I have all the details as I want it, I can move on to the rest of the town hall. What I don't want to do is do this basic like sketch version of the building over the whole thing and then have to redo it every time I want to change something or fiddle with something or I decide I don't like something. So that's why I start with a small section of the building first and then I move on. So yeah, I'm going to work on this a little bit more. Okay, I've been working on this for quite a bit, and already I can tell this is going to be quite the costly build, at least in terms of wood. I've gone through several stacks already. This is nowhere near completion, and I have a feeling it's going to take a couple episodes to get this building done. It's our largest building we've done so far, by quite a large stretch. However, I'll try to break it up by doing some other small projects in the meantime, like sprucing up the area, adding paths, working on the village, adding a few more animal pastures, stuff like that. But this project's gonna take a little bit of time. Right now, I know it doesn't look great, but I think it's gonna end up looking pretty good once it's all done. So I worked on the shape of the roof a little bit. I ended up with this sort of Gothic arch that goes like this up there. I think we actually end up having enough space in here that I will do 2 floors. That'll give us more of a use for the entry room. We'll have this entry room, and on the side we'll have like a staircase or something leading up to the attic. And that'll give us a reason to have windows on the side of the roof. That will help us add more detail to the roof and make it pop a little more. These pillars on the side, I didn't do it because I ran out of wood, but we're going to continue these pillars up ridged along the roof like this on the side and like that is, just to break up the roof a little more and not make it one just flat slab. Break it up, add more detail. We'll do some windows up there. I'll do windows on the walls. We'll make the walls and roof look a lot better than it is right now, but I wanted to get the basic shape down for now. And I also want to figure out more ways to incorporate brick somehow. I'm not sure quite how I want to do that yet. Maybe we'll figure it out on the interior. But just having the brick on the very first layer doesn't quite do it for me. Maybe we can incorporate it more into more parts of the wall. But the shape is very important, and we've got the shape down, and I can continue that onto the rest of the building. Looking from down here, it looks really awesome. The shape is completed here. That's what it looks like. Oh man, I keep doing that. So yeah, walking along here, you can see it's actually blocked by the stable. And then you walk around, and you can see that's our town hall up there, and we'll be able to see it extend past there once we're done. Be able to see it extend over there. And then this is basically just going to be a giant window, I think, or maybe a window up there and then something else down here. Don't worry, it won't be a flat wall. None of this will be a flat wall. It's all very much work in progress. Just today was all about getting the shape and the layout down. But yeah, we'll add glass here and more details out here. But yeah, I think that looks really cool, and I think it's nice to have the town hall right there. It's right in the center of everything. It overlooks the Riverside district and everything here. And yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, but between this episode and the next, I will try to get the rest of this shape ironed out so we have the basic structure. Then we can focus on adding details and such, and then moving on to the interior. And we'll also work on other little projects in the meantime, like the animals and working on this area and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.